it's Nutella here, and today we'll talk about something that is surrounded by awful loads of misconceptions, and it is dietary fat. This won't be a scientific lecture on chemical structure of fats, but instead we'll just purely focus on how to adjust your dietary fat intake so that you lose weight and feel great. After years of research, academic studies and trial and error method on my own body, I can confidently answer the following. Does eating fat make you fat? No. Does eating too much fat make you fat? Yes. Is cutting out all the dietary fats from your diet a good idea? Definitely no. Are all dietary fats the same? No. Dietitians differ in their opinions as to why fat causes weight gain. Some dietitians say this is because of the very high calorie amount that fat has. Other dietitians explain this with the fact that fat is more available for your body, fat cells, to just simply grab and store it rather than to manufacture it from carbohydrates. Some dietitians say that simply eating fats per se does not cause your body to produce fat-storing hormones. But eating fat stresses the liver, and one of the functions of the liver is to regulate the hormones in your body and direct them to do their job properly. And when the liver is stressed, clogged, damaged, the fat burning hormones are not activated. That is the reason why people who have damaged liver or have problems with the liver or have a body shape of protruding pot belly do much better on low-fat diets. Another drawback of foods that are high in fat is that they are either high in sugar or eaten along with foods that are high in sugar. For example, hamburgers, sandwich with bacon, cream cheese, cakes, donuts. Such combination of fats and sugars is the worst for anyone's figure. Apart from serious health problems that you may develop in future, there are some downsides of diet high in fat that you can experience immediately. For example, abdominal heaviness after meal, low mood, indigestion, even nausea. It makes your ability to get up and go or exercise more difficult. Fats work to slow down digestion, so if too much fat is eaten, your digestion may be abnormally slowed down. As a result, important nutrients will not be absorbed, filter organs will be overloaded, and you will feel tired and unhappy. It's something like pressing a brake pedal in a car. Sadly, a person can get used to these high-fat diet over time and not notice or feel any discomfort. It is only when the right ratios of protein, fats and carbs and water is restored that the person feels light and full of energy. Even though fat plays some part in reducing your appetite, your satiety is far more dependent on getting enough protein. That's why you may still feel hungry after a fatty meal, and that could be in combination with unpleasant heaviness after meal. That takes me to another point, which is snacking on nuts. All over the internet there are recommendations on carrying a box of almonds with you to avoid getting hungry. I also did that a very long time ago before I knew what healthy weight loss was all about. After eating nuts, it just felt too heavy and I did not feel full at all. It took me too long to realize that, but when I stopped eating nuts, I felt much lighter and weight just came off really easily. I really hope that you pick up this important message, as this decision was one of the best I've made for achieving my desired weight. Nuts and nut butters undoubtedly have a lot of goodness in them, but when it comes to weight loss, they are very high in fat, starting from 56% of fat in the product, finishing with 78%. And it is very easy to overeat, especially if they are roasted, salted or covered in yogurt coating or in sugars. Their crunchiness and a very little amount of water allows us to eat very large amounts without even noticing it. And in fact, a bag of nuts may contain the same amount of calories as a normal meal. Nuts are normally advised to people who want to gain weight. So if you want to slim down, 6 nuts per day for women and 10 nuts per day for men is your absolute maximum. The bottom line is that whatever theory you support on connection between dietary fats and weight gain, and no matter how healthy those real foods are that you eat, which are still high in fat, with dietary fats, strict moderation is the key. Rely on protein, fiber and water to keep you full and active. In a blog post to this video, I have listed a number of helpful ways how you can reduce your overall fat intake. I also indicated fat content of some popular foods so that you will see that meeting your recommended daily intake of fats is not a difficult task, so you should not be worried about it too much. What you should be worried about is getting the right type of fats, and this is something I will tell you more about in my next video, so stay tuned.